Welcome to Real Daily Talks, where simple English becomes real speaking. So, Ryan, how are you today?
I'm actually pretty good, thanks. I'm a bit tired, though. I had 3 online meetings yesterday, and they all lasted over an hour each.
Oh no, that sounds exhausting. 3 meetings in one day?
Yeah, it was a lot. My eyes were hurting from looking at the screen for so long. But at least I didn't have to wear nice pants. I just wore comfortable clothes at home.
That's the benefit of online meetings, right? You can wear pajama pants and no one knows.
Exactly. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice. I had a video call with my family on Saturday. We talked for about 2 hours. It was really nice to see everyone's faces, even though they were on a screen.
Aw, that's sweet. Do you do that often?
We try to do it once a month. It's hard because everyone lives in different places, but online calls make it so much easier to stay connected.
That's true. Speaking of online calls and meetings, I think a lot of our viewers probably have the same experience. They join meetings for work or school, and sometimes they don't know what to say in English.
Yes, that's such a common problem. And that's exactly why we're doing this topic today. Let's help everyone feel more confident in their online meetings.
Perfect. Let's dive in.
Okay, Ryan, let's imagine you're joining an online meeting right now. What's the first thing you do when you enter the meeting?
Well, the first thing I do is make sure my microphone and camera are working, because sometimes I join and no one can hear me.
Oh, that happens to me too. It's so embarrassing. You're talking, and then someone says, "Sorry, we can't hear you."
Exactly. So I always test it before. But okay, let's say everything is working. When I join the meeting, I usually say something simple like, "Hello, everyone," or "Hi, good morning."
Yes, that's perfect. It's polite to greet everyone when you arrive. You can say good morning, good afternoon, or just hello. If you're late, you should also say, "Sorry, I'm late."
Right. And what if other people are already talking? Should I interrupt them?
No, you should wait until they finish. But you can turn on your camera so they can see you joined. Then, when there's a quiet moment, you can say, "Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late."
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about at the beginning of the meeting? Usually someone starts the meeting officially, right?
Yes, usually the host or the manager starts. They might say, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's meeting." Or they might say, "Let's get started."
And then they probably say what the meeting is about.
Exactly. They'll say something like, "Today we're going to discuss the new project," or "The purpose of this meeting is to review last month's results."
Okay. Now, here's a problem I have. Sometimes I want to say something during the meeting, but everyone keeps talking. How do I jump in politely?
Oh, that's a great question. You need to interrupt politely. You can say, "Excuse me, may I say something?" Or, "Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question."
What if someone is talking and I don't want to be rude?
You can wait for them to pause and then quickly say, "Can I add something?" Or, "If I may, I'd like to mention something."
Those are good phrases. I should write those down. What if I didn't hear something clearly? Sometimes the internet connection is bad and the audio cuts out.
That happens all the time. You can say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it?" Or, "Sorry, you're breaking up. Can you say that again?"
Breaking up? What does that mean?
When someone is breaking up, it means their voice is cutting in and out because of a bad connection. Like, "Hello, can you hear me?"
Oh, I see. That's a useful phrase. Okay, what about when you want to ask a question during the meeting?
You can raise your hand, literally. Most meeting apps have a raise hand button. Or you can just say, "I have a question," or "Can I ask something?"
And how do you actually ask the question?
You can start with, "I was wondering," or "Could you explain?" Or just ask directly, like, "What does that mean?" Or "When is the deadline?"
Okay, now here's a problem I have. Sometimes in meetings, people ask me a question. That makes me nervous. What if I don't know the answer?
Don't worry, that's normal. You can say, "That's a good question. Let me check and get back to you." Or you can say, "I'm not sure about that right now. Can I send you the information later?"
Oh, that's smart. You don't have to know everything immediately.
Exactly. It's better to be honest than to give wrong information. What about when you want to share your opinion? How do you do that politely?
I usually say "I think" or "in my opinion."
Yes, perfect. You can also say, from my perspective, or the way I see it. These phrases help you sound professional and polite.
What if I disagree with someone? That's always awkward.
It can be, but there are polite ways to disagree. Don't say, you're wrong. Instead say, I see your point, but I think differently. Or, that's interesting, but have you considered...
Those are much better. So you acknowledge their idea first, then share yours.
Exactly. It shows respect. You can also say, I understand what you're saying, however. The word however is great for polite disagreement.
Got it. Now, what about technical problems? Sometimes my internet freezes or my video stops working. What do I say?
You can say, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties, or my connection is unstable. If you need to leave and rejoin, say, I'm going to leave and come back. Give me 1 minute.
And everyone understands that because technical problems happen to everyone.
Yes, exactly. Now, sometimes during a meeting, you need to do something else for a moment. Maybe you need to check a document or send a file. What do you say?
I usually say, 1 moment, please, or give me just a second.
Perfect. You can also say, let me pull that up, which means you're opening a file or document to show everyone.
Pull that up. That's a good phrase. Okay, what about sharing your screen? I always get confused with that.
When you want to share your screen, you can say, I'm going to share my screen now, or let me show you what I'm working on. Then you click the Share Screen button in the app.
And can people see everything on your screen?
Yes, so be careful. Make sure you close any personal things first, like your messages or emails. I once shared my screen and forgot I had a shopping website open.
Oh no, that's embarrassing. So always check before you share.
Exactly. Now, during the meeting, the host might ask you to do something. They might say, Ryan, can you give us an update on the project?
Okay, so then I need to present. How do I start?
You can start by saying, sure, let me give you a quick update. Or, yes, I'd be happy to share. Then you present your information clearly.
And while I'm presenting, should I ask if people have questions?
Yes, that's good. You can say, does anyone have questions so far? Or is this clear to everyone? It's important to check for understanding.
Right. What if someone is talking and I don't want to be rude?
You can wait for them to pause and then quickly say, can I add something? Or, if I may, I'd like to mention something.
Those are helpful. Okay, what about taking notes during the meeting? Do you do that?
Always. I take notes so I remember important information. You might hear someone say, let me write that down, or I'm making a note of that.
And if someone else is supposed to take official notes for the meeting?
They're called the note taker or minute taker. The host might say, Sarah, can you take minutes for this meeting? Minutes are the official notes.
Interesting. I didn't know they were called minutes. Okay, what about when you want to suggest an idea?
You can say, I have an idea, or what if we, or how about we. These phrases introduce suggestions.
For example?
For example, what if we meet again next week? Or how about we divide the work into 3 parts?
Oh, I like those. They sound collaborative. Now, sometimes meetings go off topic. People start talking about random things. What do you do?
Good question. If you're the host, you can politely bring people back. Say, that's interesting, but let's get back to the main topic. Or, we're running out of time, so let's focus on...
And if you're not the host, you probably shouldn't say that, right?
Right. It's better to let the host manage the meeting, but you can help by staying on topic yourself.
Makes sense. Okay, what about when someone is talking too much? I've been in meetings where one person talks for 20 minutes and no one else can say anything.
That's frustrating. If you're the host, you can say, thank you for sharing. Let's hear from others too. Or, we need to move on to the next topic.
That's diplomatic. Now, let's talk about muting. When should you mute yourself?
You should mute yourself when you're not speaking, especially if you're in a noisy environment. Background noise is really distracting.
Like if your dog is barking or your kids are playing?
Exactly. Or if you're typing on your keyboard, that sound is very loud in meetings. So mute yourself and then unmute when you want to speak.
Sometimes I forget to unmute and then I'm talking to myself.
Me too. Then someone says, Ryan, you're on mute, and you feel silly.
It happens to everyone, though. Okay, what about ending the meeting? How does that work?
Usually, the host will wrap up the meeting. They might say, okay, I think that covers everything, or let's wrap up.
Wrap up means to finish?
Yes, exactly. To wrap up means to finish or conclude. The host might also summarize the main points. They'll say, "So to summarize," or "just to recap."
And then they'll review what was decided?
Yes, they'll say things like, "We decided to launch the project next month," or "John will send the report by Friday." This makes sure everyone remembers their tasks.
That's important. What if I have something to add at the end?
You can say, "Before we finish, can I add one more thing?" Or "Just quickly, I wanted to mention..."
Okay. And how do you say goodbye at the end?
You can say, "Thank you, everyone," or "Thanks for your time," or "Have a great day." It's polite to thank people for joining.
And then you just leave the meeting?
Yes, you click the Leave Meeting button. Some people say, "I'll let you go," which means, "I know you're busy, so goodbye."
Oh, that's a nice phrase. All right, I think we covered a lot.
We did. From joining the meeting to leaving, we talked about everything. You know, Ryan, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go through some of the most important ones.
Great idea. I think our viewers will find this helpful.
First word, join. When you join a meeting, it means you enter the meeting or become part of it. For example, "I will join the meeting at 2 p.m.
Or, she joined the call 10 minutes late. It's a very common word for online meetings.
Exactly. The opposite is leave. When you leave a meeting, you exit or go out. He left the meeting early because he had another call.
What's your usual time to join meetings? Are you early or exactly on time?
I try to join 1 or 2 minutes early. It's polite. What about you?
I usually join exactly on time. Sometimes I'm a minute late because I forget.
Next word, host. The host is the person who organizes and manages the meeting. For example, Sarah is the host of today's meeting.
So the host is like the leader or the boss of that meeting?
Yes, exactly. The host has special controls like muting people or ending the meeting. You can also use it as a verb. I'm hosting a meeting tomorrow.
Got it. I hosted 3 meetings last week.
Perfect. Next phrase, break up. This doesn't mean ending a relationship. In online meetings, break up means the audio or video is cutting in and out because of a bad connection.
For example, "Sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you clearly."
Yes, exactly. Or the video is breaking up. Your internet might be slow.
This happens to me all the time at home. My internet is not very strong.
Mine too. Okay, next word, interrupt. To interrupt means to stop someone while they're speaking and start speaking yourself. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question.
Is interrupting always rude?
It can be rude if you do it without apologizing, but sometimes you need to interrupt in meetings. Just be polite. Say, "Excuse me," or "Sorry to interrupt."
Right, like, "Excuse me, may I interrupt for a moment?"
Perfect. Next word, mute. When you mute yourself, you turn off your microphone so others can't hear you. Please mute yourself when you're not speaking.
And the opposite is unmute. Don't forget to unmute before you talk.
Yes, I forget to unmute all the time. Next phrase, share your screen. This means you show your computer screen to everyone in the meeting.
Let me share my screen so you can see the document.
Exactly. This is very useful when you want to show a presentation or a file. People can see exactly what you're looking at.
I use this feature a lot when I'm teaching or explaining something.
Me too. Next word, update. An update is new information about a project or task. Can you give us an update on the sales report?
Or, "Here's a quick update. We finished the first part of the project."
Perfect. You can also use it as a verb. I'll update you tomorrow. Next word, recap. To recap means to summarize or review the main points.
Let me recap what we discussed today.
Yes, or just to recap, we have 3 tasks. First, second, and third. It helps everyone remember the important information.
I like when people recap at the end. It makes everything clear.
Agreed. Next phrase, wrap up. To wrap up means to finish or conclude. Let's wrap up this meeting.
Or, we need to wrap up in 5 minutes because I have another call.
Exactly. It's a casual but professional phrase. Next word, agenda. The agenda is the list of topics or items you will discuss in the meeting.
What's on the agenda for today's meeting?
Or, first item on the agenda is the budget. The agenda keeps the meeting organized. Usually, the host sends the agenda before the meeting.
That's helpful, so everyone knows what to prepare.
Exactly. Next phrase, take notes or take minutes. This means to write down important information during the meeting.
I'm taking notes so I remember everything.
Yes, or who's taking minutes today? Minutes are the official written record of the meeting.
I see. So notes are personal, but minutes are official.
Exactly right. Last phrase, technical difficulties. This means problems with technology, like your computer, internet, or the meeting software.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. I need to restart my computer.
Yes, or we're experiencing technical difficulties. Please be patient. This is a polite way to explain technology problems.
Everyone understands because technology isn't perfect.
Exactly. All right, let me quickly list all the vocabulary we just learned. Join, leave, host, break up, interrupt, mute, unmute, share your screen, update, recap, wrap up, agenda, take notes or take minutes, and technical difficulties.
Wow, that's 15 words and phrases. That's a lot of useful vocabulary.
Okay, Ryan, that was a lot of talking about online meetings.
I know, right? My mouth is tired.
Mine too, but I think we covered everything important. Let's think about what we learned today.
Good idea. Let's review.
First, we learned how to join a meeting. When you enter, you greet everyone. You say hello, good morning, or hi everyone. If you're late, you say, sorry I'm late. These simple phrases are very important.
Right. And we talked about starting the meeting. The host usually starts and explains the purpose. They say things like, let's get started, or today we're going to discuss...
Exactly. Then we learned how to participate in the meeting. If you want to speak, you can say, excuse me, may I say something? Or can I add something? These phrases help you interrupt politely.
We also talked about asking questions. You can say, I have a question, or could you explain that? And if you don't hear clearly, you say, sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yes, and we learned how to share opinions. You say, I think, or in my opinion, or from my perspective. And if you disagree, you say, I see your point, but, or that's interesting, however.
Right. These phrases are polite and professional. Then we talked about technical problems. You say, I'm having technical difficulties, or you're breaking up.
Exactly. And we learned about sharing your screen, muting yourself, and taking notes. These are practical actions you do during meetings.
At the end of the meeting, the host wraps up. They recap the main points and review tasks. Then everyone says goodbye. Thank you, everyone, or have a great day.
Perfect recap, Ryan. See, online meetings in English are not so difficult. You just need to know the right phrases.
That's true. If you prepare these phrases, you'll feel much more confident.
Absolutely. Practice them, write them down, and use them in your next meeting.
Now we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, our question of the day is, what is the most difficult thing about online meetings for you?
Ooh, good question. For me, the most difficult thing is staying focused. Sometimes meetings are long and boring, and I start thinking about other things. My mind wanders.
That's honest. For me, the most difficult thing is technical problems. Sometimes my internet is slow and I feel stressed because I'm afraid people can't hear me or see me clearly.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay. Everyone has different challenges with online meetings.
So, viewers, we want to know about you. What is the most difficult thing about online meetings for you? Is it speaking in English? Is it understanding others? Is it technical problems or something else?
Please tell us in the comments. You can write, the most difficult thing for me is, and then explain your answer.
For example, you might write, "The most difficult thing for me is understanding accents because people in my meetings are from different countries."
Or you might write, "The most difficult thing for me is knowing when to speak because I don't want to interrupt."
Exactly. Sharing your experience helps us make better videos for you, and it also helps you practice writing in English.
So don't be shy. Write your answer in the comments right now. We read every comment, and we appreciate your participation.
We can't wait to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope it was helpful for you.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please give this video a big thumbs up. It helps us so much.
And if you're new to our channel, click the subscribe button and the little bell. That way, you won't forget to join us for our next English lesson.
We make videos like this every week to help you improve your English naturally.
You all are great students, and we're so proud of your effort. Learning a language is not easy, but you're doing it.
Keep practicing. Remember, making mistakes is okay. That's how you learn.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. So use these phrases in your next online meeting. You'll be surprised at how much easier it feels.
We believe in you.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day, evening, and night.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.